Yeah. It's painfully honest. Yeah. You know the vibes. Welcome to Painfully Honest. Yeah. You know the vibes. It's painfully honest. Welcome to Painfully Honest. It's painfully honest. Welcome to Painfully Honest. Yeah. You know the vibes, painfully honest. We lie, painfully honest. We ride, painfully honest. We vibe. We gon' get you right. Gon' get you right. Yeah, you know the vibes. Gon' get you right. Yeah, you know the vibes. Gon' get you right. Yeah, you know the vibes. Gon' get you right. It's painfully honest, painfully honest. Welcome to Painfully Honest. It's painfully honest. Welcome to Painfully Honest. It's painfully.
Welcome back to the Painfully Honest podcast, a space where we tell the truth about the parts of the journey we're often asked to polish, perform, or pretend didn't hurt. This is the place where we slow down, where we sit with the real story, and where we honor the becoming, not just the success. Today's conversation is for the builders, for the dreamers who said yes before they had all the answers, for those creating something meaningful without a clear roadmap, without a blueprint, without guarantees, and often without permission. This episode is titled Building the Dream Without the Blueprint. And if you've ever found yourself learning as you go, trusting instinct over instruction, or making it up in real time while hoping it all makes sense later, this conversation is for you. Because sometimes the calling shows up before the clarity. Sometimes the vision comes before the plan. And sometimes the only thing you have to stand on is belief. Today, we are joined by someone who knows that truth deeply. An undeniable Renaissance man, actor, singer, dancer, teacher, musician, visionary, a true multi-hyphenate whose journey reflects what it means to build from passion, persistence, and purpose, often long before the path is fully lit. I present to some and I introduce to others the undeniable Mr. Matthew Sims. Welcome on, Matthew.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. That was a very church introduction. I appreciated it.
You are
Baby, I feel like we
very welcome.
needed a response from the floor. I feel like we
I
need
have
a
nothing to
response
do with you today.
from the visiting church.
Matthew, I got to do this episode. I can't be laughing the whole time.
We gonna do that. We gonna do this episode. I
You're
enjoyed
so
it. Thank you.
crazy.
Thank you for having me.
But you know what? That alone is just something that carries you through life. Because I know at times you probably have low moments. But before we dive in, how are you showing up at this moment mentally, emotionally, and creatively?
Whew. Okay, the leads. First of all, I am showing up I am in a very even keel space
Okay.
right now. I
Okay.
just got back from an amazing week-long vacation
Yes.
and I'm just feeling relaxed. I'm feeling rejuvenated, revitalized, all the things, rehabilitated, and I feel um I'm ready to press on. I'm
Yes.
so happy to be on here tonight.
Yes.
And artistically, I don't know. I thought I was gonna go to this different place and feel this new inspiration and feel like when I come back, I'm gonna be to wrote 15 million songs,
Mm-hmm.
produce some albums, have an idea, and none of that happened. I
Yeah.
actually really leaned into me.
Okay.
And so I feel like but I do feel a little push of like, okay, now what am I getting ready to do? What's getting ready to
Yeah.
happen? Where am I going from here?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
guess I am ready to start. pushing
Okay.
towards something.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Now, I want you to just let go, let it all hang out. I want you to feel like we on the phone somewhere talking because
Okay.
I'm not this podcast is not for entertainment. I don't want
Mhm.
people to feel like, oh, you know what, he is not for entertainment because I want to have really, really dope people on, that are doing dope things in the world right now as we speak.
Okay.
Being fearless, you
Uh-huh.
know. And so that is one of the reasons why I chose you to be on this show. So you said you went to Lisbon, you were just getting away, trying to rejuvenate yourself. What
Yes.
to that point and when did you decide, okay, I need to go away?
Calvin, I want you to know that I have been in the entertainment industry since I met you
Yeah.
in like 2000, what, 7?
He's probably, yeah, 7. I don't even remember.
2007, you were like my first job. Y'all, I used to sing background for Calvin. Calvin Payne. Calvin
Yeah.
Payne gave me a chance. He gave me gave me an opportunity
Oh, man.
and I took it and I ran with it. And
Mhm.
I want to let you know I've been pushing and pushing and pushing. And the entertainment industry, if anyone doesn't know, it's if you're not in entertainment, if you are in the corporate world, imagine going to work every day, and after you finish work, you're looking for jobs, and then maybe before you go to work the next day, you have a job interview, and then you got to go to work because your job is ending. That is what entertainment is. It's always, I
Yeah.
got a job, I'm looking for the next job because this job is running out. How can I get my next job because my bills don't stop? And it's so easy to say, I'm not going to leave town.
Mhm.
I can't leave
Yeah.
because they always tell us in this industry the fastest way to book something is to leave town.
Oh.
They always say, as soon as you leave out of town, that's when somebody wants you. As
Mhm.
soon as you gone.
Yeah, that
And
makes
I've
that happen.
experienced that multiple times, but this time I told my agent, my manager, I said, don't call me.
Yeah.
I don't care what comes up. If Tyler Perry say he want to sleep on my air mattress for 15 minutes, tell him no. I'm not gonna be there. If he ain't got no key, he can't do it. I'm
Yeah.
going to be in Lisbon, in
Yeah.
Portugal. I am
Mhm.
going to be pursuing myself.
Yes.
And I needed that. I feel like I may have had vacations, but I can't remember the last time I had one.
Mhm.
And I want to say around about last year, after I had encountered a lot of emotional hurt,
Mm.
I said, I am going on a vacation, a solo vacation. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I'm going to enjoy myself within reason. I'm not going to jail. I am going to do whatever I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. And that's what I decided to do. And I needed it. I
Yeah.
needed it.
Amen. Amen. That's what's up.
Yes.
That's
So
what
that's how I came on that.
okay. Okay. So you said that you've been in the industry since what, 20, you said 2007?
Lightly in 2007. I
Okay.
didn't really dive in head first until like 2013.
Mhm. Mhm.
Is when I was started being a full-time actor.
Okay. So I want to go back to when you decide because you were a math teacher when I met you.
Don't tell my business. Come on. Come
I'm
on.
sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying. Go ahead. Go ahead. No,
But
no, no, no,
but
no.
but but I'm going somewhere with this. When
Mhm.
I met you and you decided that next thing I know, I think you had moved to New York or LA or
LA.
somewhere, and you had started program and you
Mhm.
finished that program and then you was on cruise ship. Like take me to when that all started. That's what I want to jump into because that took such courage and faith. And man, when I tell you, I was just like, it blessed my soul to see someone do that because I've always wanted to do that myself. And so
Yeah.
seeing you actually walk the walk and actually do it like I'm finna do this, I'm finna choose this for myself, and I'm gonna shut up in a minute. But it inspired me. So kind of take us there.
Well, let me first say about that you inspired me
Oh wow.
because you were a solo artist doing your thing.
Yeah.
And I was just coming to Atlanta trying to figure out because I came from Louisiana. I was like, what
Yeah.
do I do? How do I get started? And I was looking on Craigslist and
Mhm.
I saw your ad. I auditioned. You gave me a chance and we became friends.
Yeah.
You, me, and Cheryl. And we started, and you all helped me tremendously because I didn't even really believe in me like that.
Oh
And
wow.
y'all were like, oh, you're so good. You're so good. I'm like, ha, ha, yeah, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just here holding down this tenor note. Y'all doing a thing. Y'all the big wigs or whatever. I was auditioning around 2007, 2008. I was singing a lot on the praise team. I was involved in a lot of church,
Okay.
but I was auditioning for little things here and there. And I ran into this woman named Candace, who I still am Facebook friends with, and we were at an audition together for something. And we were maybe talking about the industry, and she was like, if this is what you want to do, you should go to school for this. Go to like a conservatory where you are honing those skills all the time. And I was like, okay. Also, I was a math teacher.
Okay.
But the school that I was teaching at was a school of the arts. So the students would come to my class for math, but go to their dance classes, go to their theater classes, go to their vocal classes. And I was jealous. I would go to their shows and be like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So even when they came to my math class, I'm asking them how I do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so you singing like this, now how is it? But I'm getting notes from them. We're gonna exchange this information. And they were applying for schools. I started applying for schools. They were getting grants and scholarships. I was applying for grants and scholarships. I was trying to figure out where I needed to land. And so I got accepted into Boston Conservatory. I got accepted into AMDA in Los Angeles. The day that I was trying to decide, I walked into this office at the school, and there was a woman named Miss Swain who was from LA. There was another woman who would visit our school every week, and I couldn't remember her name. She was from Boston. So I was like, wait a minute. I walked into the office. I was like, okay, the school I'm trying to choose from are Boston and LA. Sell me on your cities. Tell me which one I should go to.
I know.
So Boston was like, well, we got this, and we got that, and we got this. And LA was like, well, we got this, and we got this, and we got this. And Boston said, go to LA. And I said, okay. So I started pursuing LA. And I said, whenever the school year is done, I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit and I'm going to move to LA, start this school, no job, just strictly going to school. So my phone got cut off every week. I was buying a new payphone and buying one of them little Go phones every week. I had a new phone number every week, Calvin, just trying to call my mom and say, hey, I'm okay. I'm still alive. But that's all
Yeah.
I got. Next
I
week
got you.
we can discuss it.
Wow.
So that was my journey to get to LA. I got to LA and it was a 2-year program. So while I was there, I had somewhere to stay because it was on campus and we weren't allowed to work. So it was just full-time schooling. And that school drilled me on performance, on theater. I didn't know much about theater. I didn't know
Yeah.
what theater was. I
Yeah.
thought I was getting ready to be the next Chris Brown. So I'm ready to moonwalk and flip and body roll with a six pack. And they was like, no, baby, you finna be standing on this theater stage over here. You're gonna be doing this. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. And they pushed me through some great training and understanding acting and TV acting. And yeah, then I did that. I started auditioning for shows in LA, started doing things in LA, and I graduated in February, like February 20 something. And in March, I was sailing the seas with Carnival Cruise Lines.
Wow. So what was that like? So was it just you putting what you learned into practice or,
One thing I've always had is drive.
okay.
I may not have had the knowledge to get there, but I knew I had enough because I was always auditioning for cruise ships. Even in Atlanta, I was auditioning for Royal Caribbean
Okay.
so many times. Royal should have just accepted me just off GP, but they never did, and that's fine. But I was always showing up to auditions, and maybe I didn't have the what they were looking for or understand the technique of it then. But once I got in school and I was like, oh, okay, this is what y'all do when you go in the room. This is when they say this is what they want. Okay, and I gotta fit in 16 bars. They want to hear my lows, my highs, and my control. Oh, okay, I've been doing it wrong this whole time. I just been
Yeah.
starting like breathe alone together. Like,
It
baby,
won't
you can't
stop.
start there. You gotta start when I can't sleep at
Right.
night.
Right.
You need to start all the way up there. You need to get there. I never got there. So I was like, oh, okay, this is it. This why I ain't been getting nowhere, baby. I've been starting in the wade in the water. People nobody want that. Nobody want to wait. So
Patting your foot, tapping your lap, tapping your
talk about where's your music? Oh, I like to sing a cappella.
acapella. I can't with you. I can't. I can't.
Ah! So I learned the
Oh,
technique and the process of going and auditioning. And auditioning is a job and it's an art form.
yes, Lord Jesus.
And once you learn that, the nerves kind of go because it's literally my job is to go in,
Hmm.
give you what you asked for,
Hmm.
do a great job at that. And I've sang, and because you audition so much, I've sang whatever song it is you asked me to sing. I've sang this song so many times
Yeah.
that I know it frontwards, backwards, up, down. If you
Hmm.
want to see more, you ask me that. If not,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So then I did a few regional things in LA, got on Carnival Cruise Lines, and it was my first time leaving out of the country. That first ship took me everywhere. Ireland, Finland, Denmark, Portugal, Spain, um, Russia, Canada, the
Wow.
Bahamas, Germany,
Mhm.
Berlin. Like I went everywhere. And I was like, whoa, you're paying me to travel around this world, paying me good money. They're
Uh-huh.
paying me
Uh-huh.
good money. And all I gotta do is entertain people at night, but I get free time to go off the ship in Amsterdam. I was in all these places. And I was like, these are places I've never. Oh, go ahead.
No, no, no. So I was gonna say question. So when before that even happened, the little boy from Louisiana that got the green light that you finna be traveling, what was that moment like when that sank in your head?
I was so confused. I was so confused. I was like, wait, so
Yeah.
how do I go perform on the ship and fly home every night? How do I live? I had never seen a cruise ship. I didn't know. I
Okay.
didn't know. And my mama was like, it's gonna blow your mind when you see it. Picture a hotel on
Oh,
water.
Lord, yeah.
And I couldn't picture, baby, Hammond? I'm from Hammond, Louisiana. I ain't even from New Orleans. I'm from Hammond, Louisiana.
Wow.
We don't have no water. We got an alligator in a fence that we be so excited to go see in the middle of town. Or we had a strawberry festival. But me
Yeah.
seeing a big cruise ship, I was like,
Mhm.
okay. When I saw that, I was in awe.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I couldn't believe because there were questions I wanted to know. Okay, do I need to bring like sheets? Do I need to bring like towels? Like, what do I need to bring?
Mhm.
No, it's a
Yeah.
hotel. Like, you
Yeah.
just bring your clothes.
Literally. Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, y'all gonna pay me? Y'all gonna pay me when I get there, or how am I gonna eat? It was just so stupid because it wasn't stupid. It was ignorance. I had never
Yeah.
been
That's
at
real.
this caliber of thing, and then Imma get on this ship in Florida, and you gonna take me up the Panama Canal, and you gonna take me over in Europe for 7 months?
Yes.
I
Mhm.
don't know how to what does this mean? I don't know what this is.
Yes.
So, it was huge, Cal. It was hu
Wow.
that was huge for me. That was the at the time, that was the hugest thing I had ever done.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay.
yes.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and move along as far as like just some of the questions that I definitely want to ask, but we are gonna pivot every now and then. Okay.
Pivot.
So when you hear the phrase building the dream without a blueprint, what resonates with you?
It makes me think of figuring out your way. My best friend always tells me, he's like, and my dad says this too, I don't ever worry about you
Mm,
because I know no matter what happens, you're going to figure it out.
wow.
And it's a great skill to have. It's
Yeah.
exhausting though. It's exhausting. I wish when I was coming up, when I was doing this, I had someone who would say, okay, now
This what
this is what you want to do.
yeah,
This is what you need to do.
Lord Jesus.
This is what you need to be doing.
Uh-huh.
But every move that I've made, it's well, maybe not every move because now I'm at a point where I have connections where I can say, "Oh, hey, what do you think about this?" or "How do I do this?"
Yeah.
But my brain is always like, "Imma do what I know how to do," because
Mhm.
that's how I got where I'm at,
Yeah.
waking up and figuring out,
Mhm.
okay, it ain't happening for me in Louisiana.
Mhm.
I hear it's happening in Atlanta. Let me go to Atlanta. But
Wow.
I got to teach all day. I don't have no energy to do nothing. Okay, what I'm gonna do is quit teaching, but I gotta have somewhere to live, so Imma go to school.
Yeah.
Okay, when I get to school, now school is out. What am I gonna do? I need to start auditioning for some stuff. Let me
Yeah.
book this cruise ship.
Yeah.
And when I'm ready to leave this cruise ship, I need to have enough money saved up so I can get an apartment when I get to LA.
Yeah.
So it's always like the things that I lead with, I don't like to be homeless. I don't
Yeah.
like to be hungry.
Yes.
So as long as I can figure those things out, everything else
Amen.
is whatever. So leading without a blueprint is also following your heart.
Yes.
It's like not you can I can get a singer who knows how to sing every single note, who knows how to pivot every single time, a dancer who knows how to be as limber as the best of them. But if you don't have that soul or you don't have that innate things that come naturally to you, I may not be able to connect with you
Yeah.
as opposed to someone who may not have as much of that range, but I
Mhm.
feel the pain in their dance or the
Yes.
soul in their song.
It
And so that's what
translates.
I feel. Yeah, and so that's why I feel like without a blueprint, you're leaning on innate.
Yeah.
You're leaning on what's naturally in you. You know that there's a goal, and you just trying to figure out the way to get there. Harriet Tubman did it.
Yeah, that's true. And and the thing to and you hit on something really significant. Having that drive and the capacity to be able to
Mhm.
understand you don't have a blueprint. So you got to be curious and fearless and scared at the same doggone time, Lord Jesus. Cause
Yes.
I mean, cause I can also remember a time like back in the day when I first got here, I was doing the Totally Pop shows at Six Flags. That was my
Okay.
first gig that I booked when I was here, Matthew. And I was like, so y'all gonna pay me to dance and sing? When I tell you that was the most exciting thing, I was like, I couldn't fathom it prior to that. Like you go
Mhm.
sing at a church, you sing at a wedding or something, and you know somebody gonna pay you. But you want
Maybe.
me to do Brit? Maybe you said that.
They gonna tell you they gonna pay you.
Right, because that's happened to me too. But saying all that to say, because this is about you, um, but just knowing that you gotta have that get up and go, figuring
Yeah.
it out, and okay, well, if this ain't, I think that's a skill that's innate because there are some very very talented people who don't have that drive at all.
Yeah.
You know,
I see it. I see it all
yeah,
the time.
yeah,
I see being out here in New York, you see some of the most talented people,
hmm
and you like, why they not? Where they not showing up?
yeah,
A lot of times they not showing up, or attitude, or entitlement, and all that stuff too. But
yeah,
like you said, what they say, talent is only a small percentage of it. I think 10%
yeah.
of it.
It ain't
The
even
rest of it,
50%. It's it
no.
because
Because I see some people who I be like, how
yeah, they got drive.
they got
They got
drive?
drive. And they're the note that they can't hit, they will sit and rehearse that thing 1,000 times and be able to show up better than a person that just got their talent that they're relying on. Cause I've seen it. I hate to audition, but I've seen it and I'm like, wow, it's impressive to see, you know?
Yeah.
So
Or
yeah.
maybe they may never hit the note, but they know how to act like they hitting it so good that you like,
Mhm. Yeah.
"Oh, I like
It's
that. You
it's
like that? I like it."
their presence. That's one
Mhm.
thing you can't fake, that
Yeah.
presence that you have. And what I've realized too over the years, you develop presence when you're practicing and you're looking in the mirror and going places and actually performing songs and cracking sometimes. I remember the first time my voice
Yeah.
cracked when I was singing. I thought I might die. I was like, "Oh my god." But then seeing Whitney Houston at the Grammys singing "I Will Always Love You" and her voice cracked, I said, "Oh, it's fine.
If she can do it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can do it." So cracking don't mean nothing because you're human. Lauren
Yeah.
Hill said something about that. She was like, we go around and we perform and we try to be these perfect people or whatever. And she was like, sometimes you're hoarse. Sometimes you're tired. Sometimes you don't want to do it. But if you gotta pay bills and you got to go do this gig, you gotta get up
You
and
gotta
go.
go do.
Because after that
Mhm.
gig done and you come off that high, because there is a crazy high that you get when you're doing stuff you love and then you
Mhm.
come off that high and it's like, oh, phone bill due tomorrow. So, you know, it's like it pulls you out the stratosphere real, real quick because you can't
Baby,
be
it'll
no
snatch you
superstar.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Lord. Yes,
Yeah,
Lord.
it'll ground you.
So what made this conversation feel important for you to say yes to?
I had to say yes to it because there is some person out there who is from a small town.
Yes.
There's a person out there who may be trying to get somewhere and they don't know how they're gonna get there. And it doesn't have to be an entertainment thing. It could be any venue that
Yeah.
people are trying to get to.
Mhm,
And it's like I don't even see the steps.
mhm,
I see where I am, I see where I want to end up. I
mhm,
don't see the middle.
mhm.
And my goal is to say, move.
Yeah.
Move. Even if you're moving away from it, you're still moving toward it because
Ooh.
you're like, I don't go that way. I
Yeah.
don't like how that feel.
Yeah.
Like when I first got here, I was doing a catering job. I was doing every catering company you could think of. I would
Uh-huh.
show up in my all black, standing up, walking around at rich people parties, holding a tray.
Uh-huh.
And they said, "Can I put this trash in there?" "Yes, please." "Okay, thank you." I was moving, but I know I don't ever want to do that again. I
Uh-huh.
see catering jobs come up every day, and I never click on those things because I know I don't want to do that. And I will, hopefully, will
Mhm.
never have to do that ever again in my life.
Yeah.
But that was a direction to move. I needed to pay bills.
Yeah.
Now that I know I don't want to do that, what's next?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I see some options, but I also met people who were doing the same thing who were like,
Same thing.
"You sing? I sing. Okay, if I hear of something, I'm gonna put you on."
Yeah.
And those people really meant it.
Yeah.
So it was the connection that led here. So I would say if you can't feel in the middle, just keep moving. If you're not going the right way, something is gonna propel you the other way
Mhm.
to go where you're trying to get to.
So this question just came to me. How do you conquer and pursue your dreams with the life and world on your back? Like right here on your back. How do
Yeah.
you pursue that and remain fearless? I'm kinda aware of that, but I wanna hear from your perspective.
I think the world is on our backs more than ever now, especially our backs,
Yeah.
which is always it's always on our backs.
Mhm.
Um, but I think that those are the things that motivate us more.
Yeah.
Those are the things when that bill is due, that's that motivation of like, okay, I
Mhm.
gotta keep going.
Yep.
But more importantly, is it something you always have to remember your why? Why am I doing this? Is this
Yes.
something that I really enjoy? Is this something that I love? Is this something that I can't see myself not doing?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing that's gonna make you continue to go. All the other things, they are additional reading, supporting facts, but that main reason of why I'm doing this,
Mhm.
I perform because I just naturally perform. That is what if I look at the ingredients of me, I know that 95% of it is gonna be performance in
Yes.
some capacity.
Yes.
25 may be singing, 35 may be dancing,
Mhm.
45 may be just talking my behind off
Yeah.
because whatever. But
Mhm.
I know that those are the things that even if somebody said, come to work today and drive this 18 wheeler, well, I'm gonna come, but I'll be like that. Or somebody say, okay, you come to work today and we want you to sing this song. And then after that, we would like you to come and do a couple scenes and we want you to be a part of this musical. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
almost like that's not even work, but okay, yeah, Imma come. And so those are the reasons. Those are the things that
Okay, so I have another I'm bursting with questions.
baby, because that's how you do this.
So The Wiz, when you say musicals, how did that come about? How did that fall in your lap? I was so excited when I saw that. I was like, "Lord Jesus," because and when I think it was Good Morning America you were dancing on, right? I said,
Dancing on
"Lord
baby.
Jesus," and I saw you out there just get I mean, just getting it.
That
I was like, "This
knees
dude."
hurting and everything. 5 o'clock in the morning. Jesus.
Oh, Lord.
But it didn't fall in my lap.
Okay, okay.
Baby, it didn't fall. I jumped up to get it. Well, in New York, it's The Wiz was the job that every black person wanted. It was a very grueling audition process. I think we started auditioning for that, like 8 or 9 months ahead. They were flying around the country looking for people and all that stuff, and I auditioned for it originally and made it through what is it, singing we had to sing, then we
Mhm,
come back in and sing again, and then
mhm.
after we sang, we had to dance, and I made it through the dance part, and I didn't hear anything else for months, and then I heard that they had started choosing people.
Oh, man.
And some of the people that they chose, I knew, so I was like, "What's going on?" You know, you check in, you're like, "Hey, y'all started
Mhm.
rehearsing." "Oh, okay, y'all started, so yeah, I'm not in it." "Okay,
Yeah,
cool."
yeah.
They had moved on, and I guess they started needing more people.
Oh, okay.
So then they start calling people in again, and they call me in from scratch again. I was like, "Okay, like, y'all don't want me, but okay, here we go."
Mhm, mhm,
So we started the whole thing over from the singing to the dancing to the final callbacks, all that stuff,
mhm.
and that time I got it.
Wow. So what went through
Mhm,
your mind then? Because I know that's like and check. Because everybody wants to be like that's been one of the dreams I've had, wanting to be on Broadway, and I used to
mhm.
say that when I was in college, because I was doing, Porgy and Bess, and I was
Okay.
sporting life, Ain't Necessarily So.
Ooh.
And so I liked the way that felt, and then my music teacher was like, "You should probably consider that because I knew I didn't wanna do opera. If I studied, I probably could, but I wanted to act and play and be on
Mhm.
stage and, show emotions and do all that type of thing. So I know in your mind, you were probably like, "Okay, check." So what I understand is that I think you had told me one time when we talked, you learned everybody's parts.
Yes. So I was a swing.
Okay,
So I was a swing. So a swing is a person who learns the whole show from the perspective of how many people you cover. So
okay.
I covered 6 people,
Are you kidding me?
6 people. So I covered 6 people. And so all of those 6 people, I needed to know their track in and out, their dances, their vocal parts, their harmonies. Because even though we all sing the same songs, some of them may be tenors, some of them may be altos.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
So I needed to know when to sing alto. I needed to learn all the dance numbers from every position. This person I cover is stage right. They leave at this point and go around the stage and come back in. This other person go here, stay on the stage, move back to the stage. So I needed to know everybody's blocking everybody's everything in
Mhm.
any point of the show, inside and out. So that task is very extremely tedious.
Of course, yeah.
It's tiring, it's exhausting. You're in rehearsal every week.
Mhm.
You while one person is on the stage just working on one thing,
Right.
you're working on 6 other things all the time. And even though I'm doing this, I'm watching them because sometimes the choreographer may come and change something
Mhm.
and be like, "No, I like when y'all do this, so now y'all do this." So I need to be like doing this over here, but keep my eye over there, like, "Oh, wait, they doing something different. Okay, I need to write that down when I get off the stage."
Yeah.
So it's never like I could just
Parlay.
breathe
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
It's always like,
Changing. Change.
Okay, what's going on?
Mhm.
What,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
So, and because you also, when you're on the stage, you can't let the integrity of the show fall. You have to hold it up.
Yeah.
So you can't come in and be like, "Well, this is my first time. I'm just,
Because
don't nobody
somebody's
want to hear
depending
that."
on you. Somebody's depending on your
Everybody is
job.
depending on you.
Yeah, yeah. I got you.
Everybody's depending on you. So it's yeah. So that was my job.
Okay, okay. And, so this was the production with was it Avery Wilson and Deborah Cox?
Avery Wilson, Deborah Cox, Wayne Brady.
Wow. Oh, wow, I didn't know. Because for some reason, I thought that because everybody was doing The Wiz, it seemed like at that time, so I wasn't sure if they were in the same one, but
Oh, that was that one, baby.
yeah, okay.
We
I
was
know that was
co-workers.
cool. I know that's right. Because it seemed like you have to have that dexterity in your voice to be able to carry a show the whole time and perform and not get tired. That's the part that gets me because I went and auditioned for the Black Nativity,
Okay.
and the audition went well, but he said that he would wonder about the dexterity in my voice because my like you said, you go in there, you sing it low and everything. But I sat and watched that show, Matthew. That show was so freaking amazing. I don't know if you've ever seen it,
I
but
saw it. I
it,
auditioned for it and I saw
boy,
it.
it's amazing. It's really
It is.
amazing. And the singing, the dancing, and when I tell you them babies can sing,
They can sing.
Lord, oh my god, and it's not just, it's like that gut belly singing, flat-footed, leaning back, and it was just
Every night.
amazing. Yeah, every night. Yeah. He said, 'cause the guy told me, he said, "They tell on each other." He said, "Oh, we not singing tonight? Oh, so we not singing tonight." 'Cause he said somebody come in there so you can't, 'cause everybody gonna be, like, holding you accountable. And I was
Yeah.
like, "I think that's so cool," because what it does is it's like iron
Sharpening
sharpening iron,
iron. Mhm.
and I think that's really, really cool. So we're gonna move on. This section is origin story, the dream begins. So what was the original dream for you before there was a plan, strategy, or structure? Like, before you even came to Atlanta, before like, when you were in Hammond, like, what were you doing in Hammond, to lead you to now?
What was I doing? Well, I was in the band and I played saxophone. And I was in my daddy's church being a usher, being a choir member, being a communion giver, being a cook in the bag, being a Sunday school teacher, whatever I was supposed to be. I was that. And in the meantime, I was watching Missy Elliott videos, Aaliyah videos, learning them down. When I get to school, I could do the dances because I thought I was gonna be a Missy Elliott dancer.
So you were a PK?
Yes.
I didn't know that, Matthew.
You ain't know that?
I had no idea, Matthew. I did not
Yeah.
know that. Wow, that's so dope. I did not know that.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Wow.
yes.
And so were you singing? So when you were in Hammond, you were singing, or you were just kind of shyly doing it?
I wasn't ever shyly doing it.
Okay, okay.
I don't think there was ever a shy like, "Oh, he's shy."
Okay.
But
Mhm.
I might have been the only tenor in the choir, so I was singing, baby, I was humping them notes. "Ah!" Baby, I'm hollering. I'm hollering. You gonna hear me in the back of the choir. It's gonna
Yeah.
be 15
Yeah. Make a
sopranos,
joyful noise. Oh, I'm sorry.
10 altos, and 1 tenor. And baby, I'm finna blend with these people, so help me God,
Oh
okay? I
God.
ain't gonna have no throat when I get out of here. But
Yeah.
while I'm here,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. That's what's up. And you said one word just now, blend.
Oh, yeah.
Being a solo singer, a lot of times people don't know blend, but you gotta be able to blend and harmonize. Cause I
Yeah.
used to hate being in the choir and the person sitting next to you don't know their part till you sing.
I hate it. Or they
Like,
get on or the person who you singing with, because 'cause I've done gigs like this where
uh-huh.
I'm singing with a person and they get on my note. Every time I'm singing, they singing my note. And I'm like, no, but we supposed to be harmonizing. You
Right.
can't sing what I'm singing.
Right.
Okay, sing your note first, then I'm gonna come in. Wait,
Right.
how
Right.
you coming over here? Get back over there. It drives me insane. I can't stand singing with nobody who
Wow,
can't harmonize.
man, but like I said, it's more than talent. You have to know this thing. Like when
It's
I was in
skill.
yeah, when I was in high school and God rest his soul, Mr. Willis, he was our choir director. And when we were getting ready to go somewhere and sing, he would pull 4 parts just randomly out of the choir, and you had to come down front and sing. So mind you,
Love it.
200 in the class, and you had to come down and sing. That used to scare me. I had PTSD from that because, and he would cuss you out if you didn't have your
Good.
part, and you be rehearsing, and he be giving you your part, and he dun 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 dun, the altos, and so everybody got quiet. They mad because he think he finna cuss them out, but it's like when you learning how to blend and hold your note, that is a part of, the thing, because you never know if you're going to be in a group, if you're going to sing by yourself or whatever. So I know you have to do all of that. You
Oh,
incorporate a
absolutely.
lot of that in what you actually do. So
And a lot of people have problems finding and holding their note, even
mhm.
in the industry today, even around people that I'm around. Sometimes I'm like, you can't hear that. They
Really?
can hear it. A lot of solo singers,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
will sing you down, and then you be like, okay, now you go back there and sing with them.
And they like,
Where's that? Where's the person
the
who was up
record
there?
stop.
Because you can't find it. You go sit down and rest. Go get you some ice water because
Oh
you get
my
on my nerves.
Lord. Look,
Yes.
and what's the boy name? I forget his name. Carlton. You know who I'm talking about?
Not Carlton Banks.
Yes.
Love
I
him.
think the little girl named Lily, she had held up his keys. She was like, "Can you hear these keys?" No, 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 you ain't supposed to be on that note. Can you hear these keys? Y'all, I swear, I tell you, I'm about to holler. I love him. So, did you always see yourself doing this work? And did the vision evolve over time? I guess we can say yes, but initially, early on, are you like now, are you doing what you thought you would be doing?
No.
Really?
I need to be, and that's what I'm pursuing next, television.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be on TV.
Yes.
I'm supposed to be on movies. I'm supposed to be in sitcoms.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm supposed to be, and that's where I originally wanted to be.
Yes.
However, remember we talked about you starting where you start and you trying to get where you going and you
Mm-hmm.
fill in these blanks along the way.
Yep.
And when I went to school, people were like, "Oh, you can sing. You need to go in that class. Oh, you can sing and act. You need to be okay. So you're gonna be in theater."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, "Oh, okay." Now, do I regret doing theater? No,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely not. I think
Uh-huh.
those are accomplishment. I think those are bars that I have
Yep.
reached.
Yes.
Those are skills that are on my resume. Those are
Mm-hmm.
things that I have done. You cannot take those things from me. I am Broadway's Matthew Sims Jr.
Yes,
forever.
Lord.
Now, now we continue. We still trying to get somewhere. But I have to acknowledge the things I've done. I was talking to someone recently and said, as long as you keep raising the bar, you will never reach where you're trying to reach. But if you set a bar, acknowledge that you did that, then raise it. You're like, oh, I'm
Mm,
reaching these goals.
got
So I have on my wall, I ordered these photos
mhm,
and they're pictures of everything, this accomplishment wall, basically. And
mhm.
I have pictures of them hanging up. And it's things that I have done. The Wiz is up there dancing on that. The news is up there.
Yeah,
Singing with Lady Gaga is up there.
yeah,
Like all these little things. Singing with Cynthia Erivo is up there. Singing on Jimmy Fallon. I mean, Jimmy Kimmel, being with Kiki Palmer and Jimmy Fallon and
okay.
all them, meeting Whoopi Goldberg, all those things are on my wall. So the bar has been reached. If I never do another theater Broadway show,
I
I
did
have
that.
done it. I
Yes,
did it.
that's what's up.
Now we move to the next phase.
Okay. Amen. I know that's right. I was
Yeah,
gonna ask
yeah.
you to show us your thing, but that might be your personal goal wall, so I won't pry into your business.
Baby, I don't care. You want to see it?
Yeah, let us see it.
Let me take y'all over there. Now I know how to turn this thing around. Let me see. Is it? I don't know what that did. Okay. So
Oh, you got it front. Look at that.
here it is right here.
Oh my God, Matthew. That is
So
amazing.
so You see it? Can you see it? That's
Uh-huh.
Cynthia,
Who's that
and
in
that's
the Oh, that's Cynthia Erivo. Oh, wow. Who's that in
Cynthia
the right
Erivo.
over there?
Where?
To the right. I think to the right, to the left. In the wild, all white. To the right
That's
again.
right here,
Yeah, right there in the red. That's Cynthia. Oh, okay.
and
I
that's
see her
me
in the
right
red
there.
dress. Yeah.
That's Cynthia in the red. That's me. This is Wayne, Whoopi Goldberg, me,
Okay.
Deborah Cox. That's
Yeah.
me on the Wiz opening night. That's me
Wow.
on a that's me on a billboard. They had a billboard up. That's me
Look
right
at
there.
I remember that green picture. You was on the red carpet there.
Yes,
My
yes.
God. Yeah, because you had
This is
that outfit was cute.
oh, thank you. Jimmy Fallon, Kiki Palmer. That's me when I
Yes.
have a role.
That's so
That's
awesome.
scene with Lady Gaga.
Yes. Oh, wow, look at
This was
that.
on Jimmy Kimmel with Alex
Okay.
Warren.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
and all that stuff. So yeah.
And see, the reason I wanted to for you to show us that, because somebody could be inspired to start doing that so that they can start setting their bar higher each round they go. Because I think that's always good to be able to set that goal and
Yeah.
continue moving and continue moving. Now, how how do you deal with the downside? Like when you feel discouraged or you've been auditioning for this for so long and then all of a sudden they didn't pick me. How do you deal with that and bounce back?
You go on a vacation. You go
Oh,
to Portugal.
okay.
You probably gotta go. No, but you know what? Um, you have to have other things that you
Mhm.
find interesting and other things that you do. You cannot put your all of your value into getting a job. Because at the end of the day, it's work. Yes, it's a goal for you, but it is work. And when you get in this industry, you realize that this industry is literally you are this to this industry.
Yeah,
They're taking you and they're
very
doing you and
true.
they're draining you of everything that you have.
Mhm,
And when they feel like you're not useful anymore,
mhm.
they cast you to the side. They don't care if you pay them bills or not.
Yeah,
So there have to be other things. Like me, I am a math tutor. I still tutor.
right.
I create my math content. I also do bartend outside of this. I also travel. I also work with disadvantaged youth and I work with senior citizens and I work with people who are trying to be rescued from sex trafficking or
Oh,
child
wow.
trafficking, all that stuff. So I find other things that I am involved in, other things that I enjoy,
Mhm.
other things that bring me a level of excitement so that it's not so much pressure on I have to get this job. Because also when you go in an audition like that, people could feel that I have to get this
Yeah,
job. I'm desperate. And it's like,
yeah.
okay, calm down, boo. So that's how you bounce back. But also you have a great community around you. You surround yourself with people who go through the same thing.
Yeah, that is very
And you know that there's people who are around you, it's phenomenal. And when you realize you not getting a job has nothing to do with your talent. Sometimes
Woo,
people are
that's the
getting high.
word.
It's not necessarily about you're not talented enough. And when I came here, I was taking it as that. They think I'm not talented enough. I'm
Yeah.
about to walk back to Louisiana. I remember saying I was getting ready to walk to Louisiana from New York. I was so mad. I had no air in my apartment. I was living in a fifth floor walk up and I wasn't getting no job. And it was
Oh, my
summertime.
Lord.
And I said, I'm gonna go in this gas station and give me a Powerade and I'm getting ready to walk to Louisiana because I ain't had no money to get no flight. And I ran into a
Wow.
stranger in the middle of the street who said, he just started talking. He was like, "Can I talk to you?" And I was like, "Yeah." He started talking to me. His name is August. I think we still follow each other on Instagram. But he
Mhm.
was like, after we finished the conversation, he was like, "You're gonna be so successful at whatever you're trying to do here. Please stick it out. Don't give up. Don't give up. You're gonna be so successful." And that was in 2017. And the I didn't see 2024,
Yeah.
2025 happening for
Yes.
me.
Right.
So him to tell me that, I was like, yeah, yeah, okay. But all of this stuff is a numbers game. You keep showing up for something long enough, you're gonna get it.
Gonna get it.
At
You gotta
some point, it's gonna
persevere.
happen. You keep having sex out of condom, at some point, you're gonna have a child. It's gonna happen.
That's the honest truth. Yeah,
It's
you're
gonna
right.
happen.
You're
So you
right.
keep showing up for these auditions. I don't care.
I was like, "Oh, Lord." But that's painfully honest.
Edit me out. Edit me out. Edit me out.
No, I'm leaving that in there because I know somebody gonna holler at that one. Yes, they are. But it's true. It is so true. And that's the part that most people I was looking at somebody the other day and I think it was Vince. There's a podcast that I watch, R&B Money with Tank. and
Okay.
Jay
Oh, I
Valley.
met him recently.
Yeah, that podcast is really good because they talk about like they have real people on there and they be talking about like how they've maintained their career. But Vince was saying how nowadays everybody like with TikTok, everybody see just those 4 or 5 seconds of somebody singing, and it's like you don't understand being in the industry and having longevity. You got to work. It's not a easy, cute, and beautiful thing. And I think a lot of times seeing it, like people think that it's so easy. They just want to be an artist and but you got to know how to deal with people.
You gotta know how to deal with people. You gotta know how to protect your instrument.
Yes.
Because I had a teacher who was telling me, um, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse.
Oh,
And so
that's the
when
word.
you're in so I'm always in acting classes. I have to email my acting teacher tonight and be like, okay, I'm ready to get back and stuff.
Yeah.
I always in voice lessons.
Yeah.
I was asking around today, like, where can I take some what dance classes should I get in? Like I'm always trying to keep my body moving. Even if I'm not in classes, I'm doing stuff
Yeah.
in the gym.
Yeah.
Working on scales and stuff in here,
Yeah.
practicing songs in here just so I can keep things moving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's the part you don't see. You
Hmm.
just think people show up and be like,
And be ready.
"No, that's not how that happens." I'm also throughout the year, I sing at weddings
Yeah.
a lot. I'm in
Okay.
wedding bands. I'm in traveling bands and stuff. So
Hmm.
also I use those as practice.
Yes.
Those are practice for me because that's real live entertainment. If the
Yeah.
crowd is like, "Who is this?" And
Yeah.
I know, baby, I ain't on my piece of cues, but it keeps your muscle going. It keeps your
Yes.
muscle. It keeps your. I also had a teacher who would say, "You look like what you do."
Come on,
If I
now.
wake up and eat honey buns every day, I'm gonna look like it.
A honey bun.
If I huh?
I said a honey bun.
Baby, and I love me a honey bun, but I'm not eating them every day. But if I'm going to voice lessons and going to dance classes and going to acting classes every day, I'm gonna look like it.
Yeah.
You just when somebody walks in the room, you be like, "Ah, he look like he can cook." Ah, he you just look like it.
You so crazy.
You look like
Oh
it.
my God, Lord Jesus. Oh my God. Okay. So, was fear leading the way or excitement?
Excitement. I think excitement was leading the way for me.
Okay.
I I don't think I'm a very fearful person.
Okay.
There's a few things that I'm fearful of. I
Hmm.
can't stand flying. My biggest fears are being buried alive or falling out of an airplane. I
Really?
think
Wow.
yes. I think the percentage of those things happening are minimal,
Hmm.
but still I'm always like, even on the plane from Portugal, there was an 8.5 hour flight. And I was like, oh,
Oh, wow.
I don't want this to go down.
Yeah.
But I made it.
Yeah.
But I think excitement was leading me. There's always with excitement a level of I don't know what's gonna be when I get over there. But
Mhm.
like I was a little fearful coming to New York
Okay.
because I know New York is dirty. I know New York is expensive.
Yes.
I know I had to have a roommate when I got here. I don't like living with people. All those different things.
Yeah.
But when I got here, I started following
Just
the not
moving.
blueprint.
Yeah.
I started moving and figuring it out. And before you know, you end up in your
So,
life.
but like if, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but if you figured out LA, New York was gonna be fine. But you probably
Well,
didn't
I
thought
didn't
of
know
that.
that.
Yeah, you didn't know that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
I didn't know that, but but people say, like my dad always said, one thing you gonna do is figure it out.
figured out. Yeah.
And I'm always thankful, but I'm tired of figuring it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to wake up and it be like, you know what? And for your faithfulness, here
Mm.
you are, Matthew. We figured it out.
Hey,
That's why I did that vacation to Portugal with Journey. They figured everything out. All I had to do was pay
really?
them
Imma have
and
to
show
check
up
that out because I wanna travel like that by myself, but I think that's a great idea.
I
Great
loved
idea, and they
it.
take the guessing and the work out of it, and you can just focus on, packing and moving, so
Enjoying yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I wanna learn more about that, but that'll be off camera,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
so building without a map, what didn't you know when you started that you had to learn the hard way?
I didn't know about placement, vocal placement.
Mhm.
I was just singing from my throat. I didn't know about what you about to say?
No, 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 I was just agreeing.
I didn't know about proper care for my body.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Did you say me talk about oh no no no, I was just agreeing.
No, 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 I was, because 'cause I'm like, those are because see, when you're no, 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 I was agreeing with you because being in the field and you got to show up at an audition. You got to do this. Ain't no, I can't. You got to go in and book the gig because your bills are due, life is happening. You got to go in there and be on it, ready. Like it's
Mhm.
no warming up, and you got to be ready when you
You
get
gotta
in
show up
there. So I
more.
totally understand. Yeah, I was agreeing with you.
You gotta be
Mhm.
always warm.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, taking care of my body properly,
Hmm.
as far as, like, stretching and diet,
Oh God.
things that I eat, I didn't know about booking the room, so that's something that they say in the industry. If
Mhm.
even if you don't book the job, book the room. I would rather I wouldn't rather. This is kind of cliche, but people say I would rather go in the room and book the room. I would rather the people in the room know who I am and say, he did great
Oh,
work,
I see.
even if I don't get the job, because they're not only casting this, they're casting other
Other
things.
things. Yeah.
And you want them to say, oh, remember that guy who
Mhm.
wasn't right for that? He
Okay.
was perfect for this. Call him back in. And so it takes a little bit of the pressure off of, I got to book this job. It's just like, you know what? I just got to go and have fun and enjoy myself and book this room.
Yeah. And that makes sense because that plays into your longevity into other gigs afterwards. I'd never heard that term. So y'all get it. Book the room. You ain't if you
Book
don't get
the
the gig,
room.
book the room.
That's the main goal. Booking the
Okay.
gig is also is an added bonus, but
Yeah.
booking the room is the ice cream.
So I know you mentioned that I think you said you had an agent and a manager. When did you go about realizing, okay, like this is a necessity and I need to have this?
I started getting an agent when I heard everybody else getting an agent,
Okay.
honestly. That's when I started doing it. Around the time when I had an agent, I think I was moving too fast. I didn't really need an agent,
Yeah.
especially when I was in LA doing theater.
Hmm.
You can get in a theater room in LA from the time when I was there.
Yeah.
You could get in there very, very easily. Now, being in New York for theater, because this is where theater mecca is, you
Yeah.
probably would need an agent to get in certain rooms. My
Mhm.
theater agent just dropped me in November. Um,
Alright.
oh, it's okay.
Mhm.
It's fine. He sent a lovely letter. He said, "Hey, unfortunately, I can't do for you what you deserve, and so
Got you.
I wish you nothing but the best." And I was like, "You know what? Honestly, I appreciate
Mhm.
the." He's like, "I'm a fan of yours. I don't have what you want," and I appreciate him not wasting my time.
I know that. Yeah, and that's interesting too, the fact that it's not because I said, "Oh," but in my world, it's like, "Oh, I didn't get that." But he was letting you know upfront versus wasting your time because you have to do you pay them monthly or you pay them per gig?
Per gig.
Okay, okay. And he was
Mm.
telling you, "Okay, I don't have what you want." So I think that's good because some folks would have just held on to
String
you.
you along.
Yeah, and so you gotta yeah, that's what's up. So your manager, so you have a is it an entertainment manager, like theater manager,
So
like
my manager does everything. She does
Mhm.
theater, TV, commercial.
Okay.
She's in Los Angeles.
Mhm.
My commercial agent is also in Los Angeles. I
Okay.
don't have a theater agent right now. And I told my manager usually would set me up with somebody and be like,
Okay.
okay, I have a meeting plan for you for this person. I have a meeting plan for you with this person. I have a meeting plan
Mhm.
with you with this person. And I told her, slow down. I'm not jumping into no theater agent because I'm not really trying to do theater right now.
Yeah, 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 I got
Because also theater, when you do these theater shows, that's 8 shows a week.
yeah, and that takes up a lot of your time, so you can't really
A lot of your time, your
do a lot of
energy,
stuff.
or
Yeah,
your body, you are
yeah,
in pain. You are
yes.
doing a show on Tuesday, 2 shows on Wednesday, a show on Thursday, a show on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday, and a show on Sunday. You off on Monday, you started again on Tuesday.
Mhm, mhm.
And I know right now it's freezing cold outside. I
Yeah,
don't wanna be trucking to no theater every night.
yeah, yeah.
I don't wanna do that. So I said, "Let's hold off on that. Let's focus more on this TV stuff,
Okay.
because that's what I wanna do anyway."
Mhm, I got you.
And to that she said, "Okay."
Okay. So how did you meet this manager? How did you go about meeting
This particular manager, there's a thing called Actors Access,
Okay,
and on Actors Access, they have a talent link portion where you make a profile on Actors Access. Actors Access is free.
okay.
If you wanna submit, it's $2 a submission.
Mhm.
If you wanna pay for the yearly membership, it's $68. So I just pay $68 every year.
Oh,
With
okay.
that, you can also pay like $20 extra to have your profile visible to managers and agents who are looking for
Oh,
clients, and it makes your profile visible. She reached out to me. This is around the time that I was auditioning for The Wiz. She
okay.
reached out to me. She's like, she was interested, and I emailed her back. She was like, let's have a conversation. I emailed her back. I didn't hear nothing for weeks, and I was like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, guess that didn't happen. Whatever. And then she said, oh shoot, your email went to spam. I would love to talk to you. And so that's how we kind of started,
That's what's
working
up.
together. We started working
Okay.
together, and we did like a year, and then another year, and then another year.
Oh, so you've built trust with this manager. So that's
Yes.
good. That's really, really good.
Mhm.
Because I always wondered about that, like as far as like agents and all that. Do you go and audition for them and all that? So I imagine they have their own protocol when they are scouting for talent to represent.
Yes, because
Mhm.
they have on their roster different types of people to fit in different type of category. So let's
Oh,
say, and this is no disrespect to anybody, but let's
mhm,
say, okay, I got my fat black woman, I have my skinny petite black woman, I have my Hispanic male, I have my like they have all of their different types that they have. I
okay.
have my funny guy, I have my serious guy, I have my sexy commercial guy. And
Uh-huh.
so I don't need everybody to be one type. I need a
Mhm.
range.
Of
So if it's
course.
like, "Oh, I don't have anybody like him," let me meet with him.
Mhm.
So that's usually how it goes with these appointments based on what they're looking for and what they need on their roster. Because you also don't wanna be a part of a roster where everybody look like you, because then
Yeah.
you're not getting no opportunities.
Okay. Okay. All right. So moving on to the next section, challenges, mistakes, and growing pains. What early mistakes shaped you the most?
Early mistakes. Mm, being late for being late for gigs and shows,
Mhm.
cause cause moving to LA, you like, "I don't understand this traffic." Well,
Yeah.
traffic is bad, and so, "Baby, I don't care."
Yeah.
You have to figure it out. You're gonna have to get here on time, and don't be calling nobody saying, "Hey, can you sign me in?" Like I'm there, and then when the show start, I'm not there.
Oh.
Mm,
Oh, wow.
baby, but if that happened, I ain't telling my story. I'm talking
Yeah, you had heard.
I heard about that. I
Lord
heard that's what the
Jesus.
kids was doing. I heard that's what the
Yeah.
kids was doing.
Have you ever been
Um,
called out? Like somebody you get to audition and somebody call you out for something, like, you was like, "Oh god, I didn't know." Have you ever been has that ever happened to you?
called out in an audition.
Yeah, in any type of way. Where it's like someone was because what I understand is going and auditioning, sometimes the people that are doing casting, they don't really care about the talent. So if they feel some type of way, or I guess I'm asking if you ever had a bad audition where you felt like, "Oh, Lord Jesus, why?"
I've had bad auditions.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna sit up here and play with you and say I've never had a bad audition.
Okay.
But a bad audition could be, I didn't hit that. I didn't hit that note, but Imma hold it and act like it happened.
Yeah.
Um, but I've never had a situation where I'm like, I've had a disrespectful moment with somebody, or
Okay.
like I didn't know I was supposed to do that. Because once I started auditioning, like for real, I had kinda learned the tricks of the trade. So
Okay.
I knew how you're supposed to go in and do this and do that.
Okay.
Um But I can't remember an audition where I've had, like, a run-in with anybody or a
Okay.
problem with anybody.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not problematic,
Yeah, I got you. Because 'cause you're there to just do the work and keep it moving. So I totally
and move on with my life,
'cause
yes.
you can also get a bad rep because people don't forget stuff like that. "Oh, I remember his face."
Yes, and I always say people, forget what you say, but they will never forget how you made them feel.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. And then
And
you
you
like,
do
"Well, why I
something.
ain't getting no audition?" Because you fell out with the casting director.
Yes, yes, and they the ones who call you in.
Yes.
And
Yes,
that's
they do.
who you don't wanna. I also, so a lot of the casting directors, once you book a show with their casting director, the casting director is usually invited to the show. And so on
Mhm.
opening nights, you may see that casting director, and they drinking and you drinking. So this is what I like to do. "Hey, how you doing? You enjoying the show?
Yeah.
Alright, you looking good. Alright, let me get on out of here. Cheers."
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Because I don't wanna stay too long, and I
Uh-huh.
start running my mouth. You hear me saying
And they
something.
like, "Wait a minute."
Wait a minute, I thought Matthew was all smiles and rainbows and sunshine. He's shady. Uh-uh. Baby, he won't be in another show.
Yeah.
So out
So
of
let me
the
make a note right here because we ain't gonna never book it.
Hey Siri, make a note. Matthew said,
So that leads me to the next thing, like networking. How did you develop your networking skills? Because you come in and you don't know none of these folks. So you Now you're having to network with people. How was that? And how were you able to develop your networking skills?
I will talk to anybody. I don't
Okay.
network based on a purpose. I
Okay.
don't network like, let me go talk to this person because I hear that. I will talk to you because, hey, how you doing?
Mhm.
All right. I'm Matthew. What's your name? Okay, cute. And you could be the CEO of such and such and such.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
Me and you are having a good conversation. We're having a great conversation. Then when you are leading, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm the producer on this."
Yeah.
Shut up! Oh my god. Okay,
But
that's
you
so
knew it
cool. That's so
already.
nice to know. And so maybe I knew it, maybe I didn't, but I'm not doing it with that purpose. I'm
Oh,
literally
I
doing
see
it
what you're
like
saying. Yeah. Yeah. Like
I'm just
self-serving.
talking to. I'm just doing to you, talking to you because you're a human, and
Mhm.
we in the same position. I mean, we in the
Mhm.
same place. We might as well
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
And if I'm enjoying the conversation, we'll keep it going.
Mhm.
If not, I'm not really like, "Oh, but he does this." Because if I don't like how you move, I don't like how I feel
Yeah.
around you,
That's it.
I don't care what you do.
Mhm.
There's nothing big enough for me to put myself in a position that I don't wanna be in just to be
With you.
doing a job or
Yeah.
being
I don't see
around you.
no.
Baby, you're not that big.
Cause
I
see
promise you not.
'Cause see, at the end of the day, it's integrity for yourself
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Then, for everybody else. But then, cause I know you hear the stories about people being on the casting couch and all these different things, and it's like,
If I'm
how
on
did
the
you get
casting
that gig?
couch, it's because I wanna be on the casting couch with the caster. It
Yeah.
ain't because I'm trying to get no job. It's because I wants to be on the couch. Baby, roll that couch out here, come on. That's why. That's how we get on this couch. If you see
Oh
me on the
my
casting couch,
goodness.
just know there's a reason for the
Yeah, on
season. It
something
ain't
else, but not get no work.
baby, you think I'm finna work to work? No, baby, I'm finna work.
Oh, Jesus,
That's what we do. That's what we doing this for. No,
help
baby,
me.
that's not my style.
Help me, Jesus. Okay. So we're gonna keep it moving. So you and me that got me in some trouble. Identity, identity, confidence, and self-belief. Who are you becoming while you are building the dream?
Who am I becoming?
Mhm.
I am becoming a free, resilient human being. I am becoming a person who is like, take it if you want it. If you don't, I
Mhm.
don't care because I'm having a great time. This is just literally what I was telling you before we started recording. I
Yeah.
have reached a part of my life and I wish I had gotten here sooner. I'm not going in the room because you asked me to be here. I'm gonna go
Mhm.
in the room.
Yeah.
But I'm going when I go in, I'm gonna do it my way.
Yes.
Yeah, you can ask for this type of song. I'm gonna give you that type of song, but I'm gonna give it to you how I want to give it to you.
Yeah.
I remember I went in for Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, yeah.
And when I left out of there, as I was leaving out, they said, "That was a great interpretation of this." Because I know for a fact I didn't do what they wanted to hear.
But it
I
was well
came
done.
in
Thank
there, Jesus was in Pentecostal church. He was gonna and that's what I wanted to hear.
So you were
And
like,
that's what I was
"Whoa."
and that's what I wanted to do. And
Right,
that's how I
right, right,
felt that
right,
day.
right, right.
And you could not deny that I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
You could not deny that I was in control. I wasn't just letting stuff loose. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm about to
Yeah.
do this, and then I'm gonna come back over here, and I'm gonna give you what you want, but I'm gonna color it
How you
with my
yeah.
colors.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's what I wanted to that's just how I felt, and that's what I
yeah.
wanted to do. And I don't feel that I feel like art is your if that's my language, I want to speak my language. I don't want to come
Mhm.
in and speak your language every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And if I got to, I'm not pressed to speak your language.
Yeah. But you know what, too? A lot of times people hide behind what's safe, but you being brave and doing it your way, I think a lot of times that is the main thing. Just doing it and not worrying about how just interpret it the best way you know. Because sometimes you can book the gig with your own interpretation. And somebody's like,
Mhm.
oh my God, I like that. They may
I
not
never
want
thought
to
of it like
sing it
that.
like that. Yeah, but you
Mhm.
you presented another perspective. So that's what's
And
up.
it also says, "Now, baby, I could do that. You know I could do that."
Yeah.
I want to do the you know how in class you have, the on level student and then you have the students who are, like, advanced?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, "Imma do your own level stuff, but, babe, Imma be advanced a little bit.
Yeah.
I wanna advance. I wanna do
Yeah.
something else that makes me excited." That when I walk out the room, I'll be like, "Ooh, baby." I remember how her face when she said, "Baby," and now I'm outside laughing because I was like, "Ooh, baby, I had a time. I had a time."
Oh my Lord, you are too much. So, how did you manage or silence imposter syndrome?
I don't think you can silence that.
No.
I think you could quiet it down.
Okay.
I'm good at it picking it up on other people.
Okay.
Like if someone is saying, I'm like, ho, 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 that's imposter syndrome.
Hmm.
Um, but you're not an imposter because, well, I also have to tell myself this: I'm not an imposter.
Hmm.
That wall right there says to me that what you do, this recipe that you make, you've been able to produce it time and time again.
Yes. All
It's
right.
not it's not like you saying, "Oh, I did it on a whim one time. Can I do it again?"
Yeah.
You've done it. You've done it time and time again.
Mhm.
Just because I only did Broadway The Wiz, I have done 3 national Broadway tours.
Right.
They're Broadway caliber shows, they're just
Mhm.
on the road.
Right.
I've done 3 of them. One of them, maybe I'd be like, "Oh, okay, that was a fluke." 3
Okay.
of them, and then I was also because my imposter syndrome was like, "You only do black shows. You only do black shows." And I was
Okay.
like, "No, wait a minute, ho.
Yeah.
You ain't only did no black shows.
Right.
Book of Mormon's not a black show. It's a white show
Right.
with black people in it." And so that's a whole different casting team. Nobody knew you when you walked in, but you got the job.
That's what's up, Matthew. Wow.
So it's not an you're not an
Yeah.
imposter, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are who you say you are.
So that's how you quiet it.
Yes, that's how you quiet it because it's always gonna seep up. It's
Mhm.
kind of like I kind of equate it to me going to the gym every day
Okay.
or me taking my what's that stuff they be putting in their stomach?
What you mean,
Them
both?
shot,
Huh?
not Botox, them shots they be taking to lose weight.
Oh, Manjaro and
Ozempic or whatever.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I always say, no matter how much weight you're trying to lose, baby, that weight sitting right on side of your bed.
Mhm.
And as soon as you stop going to the gym and start eating, that weight gonna be like, all right, well,
Mhm.
let me get
We
up here and get
we
cozy
been
now.
here.
We back. It's gonna come back. That's just how that imposter syndrome
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be quiet now because he
Uh-huh.
mean this, he mean this.
Yeah.
But at the moment, whenever you have, so 2024, I was telling you I had a difficult year. I had a breakup,
Mm.
came out the blue. From the breakup, I went to Broadway,
Mhm.
did that, but then injured myself in the show, had to have knee surgery. As
Mm.
soon as I had the knee imposter syndrome set in there, as soon as I had the knee surgery, got myself I rushed through, physical therapy because I was like, "I gotta get
Mhm.
back to the stage." Got back to the stage, had to have an appendectomy because my appendix was about to burst. I thought it was gas, so I'm walking around drinking ginger ales every day. Baby, if you saw me with a big old 2-liter ginger ale just drinking
Throwing it back. Oh my
'cause I
God.
thought I had gas. I thought I had gas.
Oh
And
Lord
it's like,
Jesus.
"Baby, your appendix is about to burst." I'm out here trying to film commercials and trying to do this and do that. And so ended up going to my friend was like, "Please just go to the hospital. You've been talking about this
Yeah.
for weeks. You're not even eating."
Yeah.
And I went to the hospital and they were like pressing around and I screamed.
It hurt.
I
Yeah.
screamed. So then from that, after that, I did what is it called? Fissure. I had a fissure as I was healing with that.
Mhm.
Had a fissure, and I got infected. Something with the surgery, I got infected, so I lost a lot of weight. Went down for a few weeks, came back, had a fissure, and then was still trying to go sing places and develop a vocal injury because I'm not able to really sing for my diaphragm because I could barely breathe
Oh,
in deep.
wow.
So 2024 was tearing me down. So then me coming into 2025 trying to audition, imposter syndrome was sitting there.
Yeah. Right there
You
waiting.
you mean to tell
Waiting.
me you about to go audition for this show? You can't sing? You can't you can't dance.
Yeah.
You think you could dance now? You saw what happened to your knee?
Mhm.
You think you can dance after that?
Wow.
No. And all of that holds you back.
Mhm.
It holds you back. It doesn't allow you to open your mouth freely
Yeah.
for a little bit until you start getting back into it and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, wait a minute. I gotta talk to myself. I got
Realize who you are.
I gotta recognize and realize."
Yes,
And
it.
that's all leads up to why my New Year's resolution was one mouth, two middle fingers. Whatever it is that's going against what I think about myself,
Mhm.
you get the middle finger.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you. I'm with you. I'm totally with you. So this
I thank you
next
for being
you said what?
I say I thank you for being with me on the journey, okay? I appreciate I appreciate it.
You're so crazy. So lessons, wisdom, and advice for builders. How do you keep moving forward when clarity hasn't arrived yet?
How do you keep moving forward when clarity hasn't arrived yet? Well, I think you have to dream, you also have to think realistically.
Mhm.
when I knew at a very early age I wanted to go into entertainment,
Okay.
but my parents were like, "No, you're not." So I knew I had to get that degree in education. And I knew I had to teach for 6 years.
Mhm.
But when I was on my own, I said, "Okay, now I've done this. I've got myself a little setup.
Right.
Now I can venture off." So maybe your dream may be to get somewhere. It may not be able to you may not think you're starting,
Mhm.
but you're starting. You're
Yeah.
just letting lay in the ground foundation.
Yeah.
And maybe you have to do other things to get there.
Mhm.
But figuring out what I can do, and even if my dream is to be on Broadway, how can I have to do maybe some theater shows
Mhm.
that allow me to work my job, and maybe they're not paying that much,
Mhm.
but it's a start,
It's a
and
start. Yes,
it's
it is.
getting me where I'm trying to go. So
Mhm.
always seeing each step as a step to
Mhm.
getting you to the top of the staircase,
Correct.
not seeing him as a step that's taking you down, but always seeing everything like that. And doing whatever it is that you can.
Yeah.
Even if I can't be in the show, maybe I can work at the theater because you'll be surprised you learn the backstage stuff too.
Mhm.
Those are people who really be employed, people who are behind the
The
stage. And
production.
so when you're not
Mhm.
in the front, you could be in the back still working and vice versa, doing it both. So not learning that nothing is to put you down, but it's a position to prop you up.
Mhm.
Because the more you learn and the more knowledge you have, the more valuable you are. And the more you're around what you're trying to be, even if you're not in it in the capacity that you want to be in, you still are able to learn valuable information. So then when you get to the part that you're trying to be, you could be the person who teaches those behind you and
Yeah.
also make smarter decisions, negotiating your contracts, learning more about the business, and knowing as much as you can about what you're trying to get into.
Yes. Wow. You gave so many jewels in that one statement.
Baby, I like to drop a jewelry store on the people. When the people come, baby, I want to put a jewelry store on the people. It can't only be Jared.
You so
Sometimes it could be
serious.
me.
Do you currently have a mentor or somebody that you kinda step away and y'all have, like, coffee time, and then you kinda bounce things off of them and that has helped you, or are you still moving fearlessly through this?
I always have a trust the individuals that I speak to.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's a teacher. Right now it is a teacher
Okay.
who I started taking acting classes with this school last year.
Mhm.
And this acting teacher has taken a liking to me
Really?
and really believes in me. Till one day I was in class and I was like, I'm trying to get a job, but nobody's hiring. He said, TV's hiring. And he's like, I really want to work with you. I want to get you where you're trying to go. I want to introduce you to these people. I want to do this. And I'm like, okay, okay, okay. So that's what I
Wow.
got it. So I'll message him about things.
Mhm.
People who have been in New York much longer than me, because I've only been here since 2017. So what's this? 8 years, 9 years?
Mhm.
With people who have been here 15, 20 years. So I always keep
Wow.
those people around who
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I got some. I'm always running stuff by them.
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
always, always, always.
That's cool.
And that goes with you building your community.
Mhm.
And that is why I say I like to go when we're talking about networking. I like to network with people who are naturally chemistry with,
Yeah.
because those are the people who you're gonna want to run stuff by.
Yeah.
I find it very exhausting for me to, even though I know people who are on TV shows right now, probably filming now, but if it's not a natural connection, me reaching out to them is a nuisance.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear your POV. I don't want to hear your advice. I want to talk
Mhm.
to the people who I know we're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna enjoy their conversation. They're gonna give it to
Yeah.
me at the way
Genuine people. Mhm. I got you. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. I think that's how I try to move too. Is that if the energy is off and I don't feel right around you, it's cool. I'm
I don't
yeah.
care who it is. I
Yeah.
don't
And
care.
what you have. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. All right. So closing reflection and affirmation. Okay. So what do you want someone building their dream without a blueprint to hear today?
This is a quote that I always say.
Mhm.
Roses are, no, I'm just playing.
Boy, I was like, oh, I had done leaned in.
So where we going with this? Oh, no, no. You can have what you say,
Uh-huh.
but you keep saying what you have. I
Mm.
always like to say that. I heard it at, I think it was a funeral.
Mhm.
And I had to think about that. And you can have what you say, but you keep saying what you have.
Mhm.
Okay. So it made sense to me.
Right.
The things that I want, I can do those things. I can get those things, but I
Mhm.
have to stop focusing on this is all I have, and start just moving toward. Maybe I got a little bit, maybe you got a little bit. We put it together, we got a lot.
Right.
So I can have what I say.
Mhm.
I can have it. Yes, I can be on TV. Yes, I
Mm.
can be a TV star. I can keep on moving towards those things. And so I think that that is valuable. And that's a quote that I always continue to say to myself. Like, are you going to sit here and cry over, I don't know how I'm pay this rent? Or are
Mhm.
you going to get up and go get it?
Yeah.
Which one you going to do?
Yeah. 'Cause if
Both of them work. They
yeah.
just had two different destinations.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that hustle, I mean, that type of hustle, because I've watched you, man, and I'm just like, wow. And it's not that, you definitely have to go after it. And I've admired that about you all this time. I remember playing my game on my phone, and then I saw this Matthew popping up talking about the game. I was like, what? And he just gonna make me think about him. He just gonna pop up and but I thought that was the coolest thing. I was like, this dude is out here just grinding. Like wherever somebody gonna see your face, they gonna remember who you are. Then I remember you were on a game show, one or two game shows, right?
Uh-huh.
And
I was on
I
Let's
think
Make a
you was
Deal, and
dancing on one. I said, oh,
I was dancing on Let's Make a Deal.
and I mean, the rent was due, and you was gonna walk off with the rent. You hear me? I said, where in the heck does he get this doggone energy? Like that thing
Calvin,
tripped me out. I
somebody
said, you better
messaged me
get
the
it.
other day and said, "Me and my friend were just talking about you. You are everywhere."
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's what people feel, that I be everywhere."
Hmm.
But I get it, cause
Yeah.
I'm like, people be like, "Hey, you on my phone."
Yeah.
Somebody came up to me at a party. He was
Really?
like, "Stay out of my phone." And I was like, "Okay, whatever."
Look,
And he
get
was
this
like,
work.
"No." He was
Get
like
this
he was
work.
like, "No." I didn't know I thought I was trying to, like, sneak in his phone and steal some information or something, so I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
"I'm not thinking about that commercial." So
yeah.
I'm like,
It was a
"Okay."
compliment.
It was a compliment, and then but way he said it so dry, he was like,
Yeah,
"No, you be popping up on my game, every time I'm trying to play my game, you be popping up," and I was like, "Oh,"
yeah.
and I said, "How
That
did
was
you know
dope.
you" I was like, "How did you know it was me?" He
Yeah,
said, "I never forget a face."
at all, especially not yours. But it was like, I said, you better work. You better work. You better get this work.
And that commercial paid my rent. This is about to pay my rent in February.
Amen.
They just renewed it again.
Amen. That's what's up. So you get residuals from recording stuff like that.
I wouldn't call that a residual.
Okay.
What I did get a residual from is the Tony Awards
With
and
Cynthia.
with Cynthia and
Hmm.
with Lady Gaga from
Okay.
SNL.
Okay.
But this is like when they renew it, they're like, "Hey, we want to use this again for this amount of time. So we're gonna pay you the rate that we paid you, or maybe more than what we paid you to film it.
Wow.
Now we're gonna pay. Is it okay if we use it again?"
Hmm.
And you're like, "Okay, sure. You don't have to record it again. You don't have to do nothing. Just
Hmm.
fill out the W-2."
Hmm. Okay.
So
That's
I
what's
wouldn't
up.
call it a residual, but yeah.
Mhm. But you're still getting paid. Yeah, that's what's up. So our final question here, Matthew. What encouragement would you offer someone doubting themselves right now?
Well, first I would want to know what it is that they're doubting themselves
Mhm.
about. But whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it is something that deals with comparison,
Mhm.
and it's something that they differ.
Okay.
There's something that makes them different from
Mhm.
someone they may see being more successful.
Mhm.
And I have to say that in those instances, I always tell myself
Mhm.
that you are different, because if you were the same, then
Yeah.
there only needs to be one of you. But
Mhm.
because you are different, we need those differences in the world.
Yes, we
That's
do.
what makes that. We need those differences in art. That's what makes things so beautiful. I remember, Calvin, I remember listening to you. I was like, I don't have that R&B sound. Like my voice is sound like gospel. I don't have that. But that didn't stop me from
Mm-mm.
finding the things that were made and crafted for this.
Mhm.
The
Cause
things that were crafted for me.
Cause even then, Matthew, I thought you were dope. I thought you were dope then. And when you started working and moving and shaking, I was like, wow. Like it was so encouraging.
It's just
So
that I didn't think it.
encouraging. Yeah. Yeah, and you have to get that. And I think that's the blessing. You were fearless even though you doubted.
Even though, yes.
Even though, and I think that's amazing. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on the Painfully Honest podcast.
I'm happy to be on a Painfully Honest podcast. But I was like, this is so painfully honest.
Yes.
I love a play on a name because you know my
Yes.
tutoring name is Matthew Tutoring. Let Matthew math
Yes.
you.
That's it.
So I love it. When you said painfully honest, and I saw this, I was like, oh, okay,
I
okay, okay. But I
appreciate
also,
that.
yeah, yeah,
I
you great
appreciate it.
job, great job. And I wish you many, many more seasons, much
Thank
more
you. Thank you
success,
so much. That's
all
my
of the
plan.
winning. Yeah, absolutely. And any way I
Absolutely.
can help, be a part,
Yeah.
you let me know.
I
But
definitely
I
will.
want to encourage the people to know that I also think about this. The world that we live in is made up.
Yes.
The language that we use, all of the words that we use that mean this and mean that, the fact that the word "to" has 3 different spellings, T-O, T-O-O,
Mhm.
T-W-O, and they make the sounds same sounds, that don't make sense. So, if those 3 words
Mhm.
can make it in the English language and
Yeah.
have power over people and have people spelling stuff wrong on Facebook and people arguing over it,
Mhm.
why can't I be different?
Yeah.
Why can't I express myself the way I want to express myself and
Mhm.
it be accepted? Who says, and no matter what you do, there's always an audience for you. No matter
Yeah.
how much I
Thank
dislike
you.
this man in that house in Washington, D.C., there's an audience that follows him.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how much bad he does, it doesn't matter what wrong he
Mhm.
does, there's someone who follows him. So, whatever it is you feel is your weakest, whatever you feel like you don't like about yourself, there's a group that will rally behind you because they love that about
What
you.
you
So,
do. That's it. All
you
right.
please rest, reside, and abide in whatever it is that makes you you, makes you unique, and makes you special. The world, myself included, is waiting to hear it, see it, experience it, and celebrate it.
There you go. And y'all have it right there on the Painfully Honest podcast. So before we get out of here, Matthew, tell us where we can connect with you on social media.
Please do not connect with me. No, please connect with me on Instagram at Matthew Sims Jr. and TikTok, MatthewSimsJr.
Mhm.
Also on Facebook, Matthew Sims, or Facebook.com/Sims Jr.
Mhm. Okay. And tell us what gigs you have coming up or albums you're writing or movies or sitcoms. Like, let us know so we can support.
Well, right now, what I'm about working on, I don't think you can support right now, but I will say that I will be traveling to LA, um, the weekend of February 6th
Okay.
to work on a film project that I cannot say much about, but
Okay.
this is the beginning stages of a film project that
Wow.
I've been working on. So
Congratulations.
as I get more clearance and stuff to talk about more of it, I will be pushing that information your way.
I'm praying for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And so it's exciting to see because I was asked, like, I was sought out. It wasn't like me, like,
Okay.
pursuing it, but it pursued me,
Yeah,
and that's the season that I'm in. I want opportunities. I want the bag to chase me. Tell the
that's
bag to
it.
get in the gym,
Come on, bag.
okay? Tell the bag to get its endurance up.
Yes.
Chase me how I've been chasing you all these
Yes.
years. Chase me,
Yes. It's
okay?
coming. It's coming.
Do that. Get that credit score up.
I
Find
know.
me.
You're so crazy.
So
But
that's where I'm at,
Matthew,
but that's what I'll be working on,
okay, okay. All
in the
right.
next couple weeks, so I'm excited.
Well, congratulations, and we can't wait to see your the movie coming out, and we're gonna anxiously anticipate the details as they develop.
Okay.
But I want to again say thank you, Matthew, for taking time to spend with us and dropping jewels and encouraging those who are out there that's building without a blueprint. And so again, thank you so much. And before we get out of here, I just want everybody to know that the Painfully Honest podcast, we are on all of your popular social media platforms, and we're also streaming via audio only on Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, as well as Spotify. So just continue liking, sharing, and subscribing so that we can continue to give you all quality content. We need your support. And before we get out of here, I just want to say again, thank you, Matthew.
You're
I have
welcome.
closing notes that I want to give you all. So, to everyone listening, this episode wasn't about having all the answers. It was about honoring the quiet bravery it takes to begin anyway, because clarity doesn't arrive first. It shows up after the first step, after the wrong turn, after the pivot, after the discussion to keep moving, even when your hands are shaking. Not having a blueprint doesn't mean you lack purpose. Uncertainty doesn't mean you're unqualified. And starting imperfectly doesn't disqualify the dream. Sometimes it's that very thing that brings it to life. If something in this conversation met you where you are, let it rest with you. Reflect without comparison. Honor your own pace. You are allowed to grow as you go. You are allowed to learn in real time. And you are allowed to become while you're building. This is the Painfully Honest podcast. And until next time, keep building.
Yeah. It's painfully honest. Yeah. You know the vibes. Welcome to Painfully Honest. Yeah. You know the vibes. It's painfully honest. Welcome to Painfully Honest. It's painfully honest. Welcome to Painfully Honest. Yeah. You know the vibes, painfully honest. We lie, painfully honest. We ride, painfully honest. We vibe. We gon' get you right. Gon' get you right. Yeah, you know the vibes. Gon' get you right. Yeah, you know the vibes. Gon' get you right. Yeah, you know the vibes. Gon' get you right. It's painfully honest, painfully honest. Welcome to Painfully Honest.